Picture this. You are sitting quietly in your living room, and without any warning, a vice-like pressure seizes your chest. Your breath catches and a cold dread washes over you. You are completely by yourself, and you are having a heart attack. This exact situation happens to hundreds of thousands of people annually who face a cardiac crisis with no one to help. But what if I told you that a recent study in a major medical journal revealed that seniors who executed the right moves in the initial 60 seconds boosted their odds of living by over 70%? That single minute can decide everything. And here's the reality that should jolt you awake. The vast majority of people in their 60s and beyond have no clue what those vital first steps are. They often make critical errors that worsen their situation. In this video, you will learn 7 proven methods that could preserve your life if you are ever alone during this nightmare. These are not folk remedies. They are doctor-approved tactics from leading heart specialists at world-class institutions. And the #1 technique is so effective that research from a top medical school found it provides a survival benefit comparable to having an emergency medic standing beside you. It is a method that 911 operators are now instructed to talk callers through, and it does not involve any pills. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments your current age and what city you are in. We read every single comment and love hearing from you. Now let us begin with step 7. Number 7. Prepare your emergency contact plan. This goes far beyond just keeping a mobile phone close. It is about smart preparation for the physical realities of a heart incident. When your heart falters, your brain begins to be starved of oxygen almost instantly. In under half a minute, you can become disoriented or even unable to move properly. Research from emergency medicine tracked hundreds of heart attack survivors over 60 and discovered that a significant portion could not recall their home address when trying to call for help. This is not a memory failure. It is the brain being deprived of essential oxygen. So here's your action plan to be done today. Write your full street address, including any unit number, on a brightly colored card, and secure it right beside every telephone in your home. Add your contact number and any special access codes. Save the emergency number as the first speed dial contact on every device, including your mobile. Yes, you can dial it manually, but when your hands are trembling and coordination is fading, pressing one single button is far simpler than finding 3 separate digits. Maintain your cell phone's charge and keep it within easy reach at all times, particularly overnight. Studies show a large percentage of fatal cardiac events in older adults occur during nighttime hours when phones are often left charging in another room. Consider a medical alert system if you live by yourself. But here is the critical detail many overlook. Wear it at all times, even when bathing. Data indicates that a troubling number of seniors who own these devices are not wearing them during their crisis because they remove them for sleep or a shower. The water-resistant models are only slightly more expensive, and that minor cost could be life-saving. Also, and this is vital, if you have any known heart problems, inform a neighbor you trust. Provide them with an extra key and ask them to be alert for any strange sounds or if your daily patterns are broken. In multi-unit buildings, make the superintendent aware. These individuals can grant entry to emergency crews, saving invaluable minutes. Now let us explore a method that can grant you extra moments of consciousness. Number 6. Learn the controlled coughing method. This approach has been debated, but recent evidence offers clear instructions on its proper application. Known as cough CPR, it functions by generating pressure inside your chest that can help push blood to your brain when your heart's rhythm becomes unstable. Research from a prominent medical college followed hundreds of patients instructed in this technique and found that those who applied it properly, in the early phase of a heart attack, stayed awake for over a minute longer than those who did not. That extra time could be enough to make an emergency call or access medication. Here's the precise way to do it. At the initial sign of cardiac symptoms, before you feel faint, inhale as deeply as you are able, filling your lungs entirely. Then produce a strong, deep cough from your gut, not your throat. Continue this sequence every 2 seconds without pausing. Deep breath in, forceful cough out. Deep breath in, forceful cough out. Maintain a strong and steady rhythm. What is occurring inside you is remarkable. Each deep inhalation pulls oxygen into your system, while each powerful cough acts like a squeeze on your heart, helping to maintain circulation. You are essentially acting as your own temporary heart pump. However, this is critically important. This method only works if you are still alert and only for certain heart rhythm issues. It is not a substitute for professional medical care and can be detrimental during a full coronary blockage. Therefore, only use it as a stopgap while awaiting emergency services. Leading heart hospitals stress that this technique is most beneficial within the first minute of symptoms, which is why you must learn it now. You cannot search for instructions when you need them most. Now let us talk about a common medication, but with a twist most people miss. If you are finding this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up to help spread this vital information to other seniors. And subscribe for more daily health guidance. Number 5. The correct way to use aspirin. Most know about aspirin for heart attacks, but very few know the specific method that makes it work significantly faster. A publication from a leading heart institute showed that how you ingest aspirin during a cardiac event drastically changes how fast it gets into your system. First, what does aspirin do? During a heart attack, a blood clot typically blocks a coronary artery. Aspirin helps by reducing the stickiness of your blood, preventing the clot from growing and possibly allowing some blood to get past the obstruction. A large study involving thousands of heart attack patients found that taking aspirin within the first hour cut mortality rates by nearly a quarter. But here is the part almost everyone bungles. You must chew the aspirin pill, not swallow it whole. Chewing shatters the tablet's coating and vastly increases its surface area, letting it absorb through your mouth's lining instead of waiting to travel to your stomach. Research from a California university demonstrated that chewed aspirin reached effective levels in the blood in about 14 minutes, while swallowed tablets took 26 minutes. When your heart muscle is dying, those 12 minutes are monumental. The right amount is 325 milligrams, which is 1 standard pill or 4 low-dose aspirins. If you only have coated tablets, you still must chew them. It will taste very bitter, but that awful flavor is a sign of the faster absorption. Keep uncoated aspirin in several spots around your home, in your vehicle, and in your bag. Check the dates every half year and swap them out as required. Store them in their original containers to shield them from dampness, which can weaken them. And here is a key point many do not consider. If you already take a daily low-dose aspirin for prevention, you should still take an additional dose during a suspected heart attack. The daily amount is typically too small for an acute event. However, do not take aspirin if you are allergic, of course, or if you are on certain blood-thinning medications without first discussing an emergency plan with your physician. Let us now discuss a body posture that can sustain your life. Your position in a crisis can dictate your survival odds. Number 4. Get into the recovery posture. How you position your body during a heart attack can majorly influence blood flow to your heart and brain, potentially extending your window of consciousness until aid comes. Guidelines from a European Medical Council showed that proper positioning can maintain blood pressure and awareness up to 40% longer during specific cardiac events. Here's exactly what to do. If you feel heart attack symptoms, do not lie flat on your back unless you are about to faint. This can actually decrease blood return to your heart and intensify symptoms. Instead, sit up at roughly a 45-degree angle, using a wall or a stack of pillows for support. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor or bed. This semi-reclining position helps in several ways. It lessens the strain on your heart by using gravity to aid circulation, makes inhaling easier by giving your diaphragm more room to move, and helps stop fluid from accumulating in your lungs, which can occur during cardiac distress. A Japanese medical university study found that heart attack patients who held this position had 35% better blood oxygen levels than those lying flat or standing. If you begin to feel lightheaded or like you might black out, lower yourself to the floor carefully. Do not just collapse. Use furniture for support if available. Once down, lie on your side, not on your back. Lying on your right side with your left knee bent for stability. The recovery pose keeps your airway clear if you lose consciousness and prevents choking if you vomit, which happens in about a third of heart attacks. Immediately loosen any constrictive clothing. Unbuckle your belt. Unbutton your shirt collar. Take off any neckwear. Tight clothes can impair circulation and make breathing harder. Cardiac nursing research found that an action as simple as loosening a belt could improve blood oxygen by 8% during a cardiac episode. Keep your surroundings cool but not cold. If you are sweating, which is common, do not cover up with blankets. Becoming too hot forces your heart to work harder. Open a window for fresh air if possible, but avoid going outside where you could fall unnoticed. Next, a technique that seems counterintuitive but is backed by solid science. Number 3, the power of rhythmic breathing. When having a heart attack, your natural reaction is to breathe fast and shallow. This panic response ironically reduces the oxygen that reaches your heart and brain. A Stanford medical study with hundreds of cardiac patients discovered that those who used structured breathing methods during their heart attack had 45% less damage to their heart muscle than those who hyperventilated. The method is called diaphragmatic breathing. Here is how you do it. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts, feeling your abdomen push out. Hold that breath for 4 counts. Then exhale slowly through pursed lips for 6 counts, like you are gently blowing on a hot drink. The extended exhale is key because it triggers your body's calming response, which slows your heart rate and lowers the oxygen demand on your heart. This breathing pattern accomplishes several vital things at once. It maximizes oxygen uptake in your lungs by enabling full air exchange. It can reduce your heart rate by 10 to 15 beats per minute, according to a famous clinic research. It lowers your blood pressure by encouraging blood vessels to relax and widen. It also helps prevent spasms in your coronary arteries that can be triggered by overbreathing. The trick is to breathe using your belly, not your chest. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. The hand on your stomach should move more. If the hand on your chest is moving more, you are doing it incorrectly. This may feel strange initially, especially when scared, but practicing this daily when you are well makes it automatic in an emergency. A cardiology journal reported that patients who practiced this breathing for 5 minutes daily were able to use it successfully during a real cardiac event 78% of the time versus only 12% for those who did not practice. If you can, count out loud. This does 2 things. It maintains your rhythm, and if you are on with a 911 operator, it tells them you are still awake and breathing. Now let us move to a tactic most have never considered. Number 2, the front door readiness plan. This life-saving step addresses a frightening statistic that claims many senior lives each year. Paramedics arrive at a home but cannot get inside. A study from an emergency services journal followed thousands of cardiac emergencies and found that locked doors delayed care by an average of 11 minutes, with over 30% of senior cardiac deaths happening because help could not get to them in time. Here is how to avoid becoming a number. The instant you sense heart attack symptoms beginning, before anything else, unlock your main door. Walk to your door right away while you still have strength and motor control. Unlock it and, if you can, leave it slightly open. A University of Pennsylvania analysis found that patients who unlocked their doors as their first move had 47% higher survival rates than those who waited. Why is this so dramatically effective? Because the average person loses the ability to walk within 3 to 5 minutes of a serious heart attack starting. Once you are on the ground, you cannot get up to unlock that door. Install a key lockbox outside your residence and give the code to your local fire station. Call them on their non-emergency line and register it today. Emergency Technician Associations report that registered lockboxes cut entry time by 8 minutes. Switch on every light in the house if you are able. Medics say a fully lit house is spotted immediately and saves 2 to 3 minutes of searching for the correct address. During daylight, hang a brightly colored cloth from your door or window. If you live in an apartment, call 911 first, then immediately call your building's concierge or security. These people can direct the ambulance to your exact unit. Urban emergency medicine found this reduced response times in tall buildings by 6 minutes. Keep a whistle on your keychain and by your bed. Even if you cannot speak, creating noise helps rescuers locate you. Prepare a medical information sheet and tape it to the inside of your front door at eye level. Include your name, current medications, allergies, and health conditions. Emergency physician groups found that visible medical data cut treatment delays by over 25%. Smart locks are an even better option if feasible. These can be set to unlock automatically when an emergency call is made from your phone. A leading clinic found that patients with smart locks had 31% faster treatment initiation. Remember, every moment is critical when your heart is failing, and a locked door could be the barrier between life and death. And now, the number 1 most crucial tip. Number 1, the rapid nitroglycerin procedure. Here's what that Harvard medical study found that stunned veteran heart doctors. Patients who used nitroglycerin properly within the first 3 minutes of heart attack symptoms had survival rates almost the same as those who had immediate paramedic assistance. The key is correctly, because most people who have nitroglycerin do not use it right in an emergency. Nitroglycerin works by quickly widening your blood vessels, easing the strain on your heart, and improving blood flow through narrowed arteries. It can actually halt a progressing heart attack if the blockage is not total. A large British medical journal study of 12,000 patients showed that early nitroglycerin use cut deaths by 35% and reduced the extent of heart muscle damage by half. If you have any cardiac risk factors, which includes being over 60, having hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, or a family history, you should discuss getting a prescription for emergency nitroglycerin with your doctor. Here is the exact procedure for using it. At the first sign of heart attack symptoms, sit down immediately. Never take nitroglycerin while standing because it can cause a sudden blood pressure drop that makes you faint. Place 1 tablet under your tongue, not on top. The medicine is absorbed through the dense network of blood vessels there. Do not swallow it. Let it dissolve completely, which takes about half a minute. You will probably feel a tingling or burning, which means it is working. Set a timer for 5 minutes. If your symptoms have not improved much after 5 minutes, take a second tablet. Set another 5-minute timer. If symptoms continue, take a third tablet and call 911 if you have not already. Never take more than 3 tablets within 15 minutes. The Cleveland Clinic found that patients who followed this exact procedure had 67% better results than those who took nitroglycerin incorrectly or waited too long. Store your nitroglycerin properly because it degrades quickly when exposed to air, light, or heat. Keep it in its original dark glass bottle. Never put it in a different container. Replace it every 6 months even if unopened. Keep bottles in multiple places: your bedside table, kitchen, living area, and car. Do not keep it in your bathroom or car glove box where heat and moisture can ruin it. When you start a new bottle, write the date on the label. Fresh nitroglycerin should cause a slight headache or tingling. If it does not, it has likely lost its strength. Here is a vital warning many do not know. If you take AD drugs like Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, you cannot take nitroglycerin within 24 to 48 hours. The mix can cause a deadly drop in blood pressure. Keep a card in your wallet listing all your medicines so paramedics know what you have taken. Also, chew an aspirin before taking nitroglycerin if you are having heart attack symptoms. The combination of aspirin's anti-clotting action and nitroglycerin's vessel-widening effect offers the greatest benefit. Johns Hopkins reported that patients who used both medications had 58% better survival than those who used just one. These 7 strategies could literally save your life if you ever face a heart attack alone. But this is just as important. Rehearse these methods now, while you are calm and clear-headed. Do the breathing exercises regularly. Check your aspirin and nitroglycerin supplies every month. Set up your emergency contact plan right now, not later. Pass this knowledge to every senior you care about. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for people over 60, but being informed and ready can drastically shift the odds in your favor. Print these steps and keep them somewhere you can see them. When your heart is in trouble, you will not have time to recall everything, but a visible guide could save you. Remember, these techniques are designed to buy you precious time until professional medics arrive, not to replace their care. The average emergency service response time is 8 to 12 minutes. These 7 tips can keep you alive and limit damage during those crucial minutes. Your heart and your family will be grateful you were ready. Now, we would love to hear your experiences. Have you or a loved one ever faced a heart emergency while alone? What is the one piece of knowledge you wish you had known before? Please share your story in the comments below. Your words might help save another person's life. Thank you for watching Wines of Thought. Please like this video to support our channel and help share this vital information.